Hello and welcome back to Callisto. We are now in episode 3, and as you can see, things look quite a bit different than in the last episode, visually at least. I went ahead and downloaded a new map theme off the workshop, and I think this one was just called Mountain Theme, and I customized it a bit, and I also got a LUT, or LUT, I'm not sure which way it's said, called Natural Color, and I'll show you the difference between that and normal. So it kind of just desaturates things, gives it a flatter look, but I don't know, I feel like this color palette sort of fits the feel of the city that I'm going for. I did make a few mistakes when I was customizing it with like the sizes of the textures, but I can go ahead and fix that and change that with the environment changer mod. And yeah, so I can also just change the environment whenever I feel like it with that mod too, which is really cool. Also, some good news on the stability side of things is I downloaded a mod off the workshop called Don't Crash, and this mod fixed every single stability issue that I was having with this game. The guy who made that, Thale55, he is an absolute lifesaver. Like, I am so thankful to that guy for sharing that mod. So yeah, we got things going smoothly now. I did do some stuff off camera from the last episode. I finished up this Central Park area with the Stonehenge in the middle. Let me adjust the angle of the light here. I want it like there. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, we've got our park here. You know, that grass looks really like dark in there. I wonder why that is. Is that the same? It doesn't look the same as out here. Huh. I don't know why. Maybe because there's like a resource there and there's like a different resource texture. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on to showing what else I did off camera. I also put this like overgrown water tower here. Almost kind of made it look abandoned. Maybe this front pump building is still used, but the water tower back here is definitely abandoned. I don't know, I just love the rusty look. It fits very well with the city. Here's the parking area for the park. There's some little informational signs as well. And then we've got the artifact that was here since we started the map. But yeah, so today I'm thinking instead of working on the next portion of downtown, I want to build some sort of power plant out here as part of the harbor, and I want it to have a dock coming off of it too, so that, I don't know, just sort of look like it gets deliveries of coal via ship. And then maybe I'll also start on some other cargo area out here. I'm probably gonna bring this land back a bit so I can fit in more what do you call it, harbors in here, so I can have more ships coming in and out from under this bridge. And I also got a mod that will allow me to draw in more shipping lines so that I can place them back here, and that should be cool. So yeah, let's get right into that. So my idea for this harbor is to have not just a shipping port, but to also have some of my other utilities here that will make use of having access to water, such as the power plant, because that needs shipments of coal, and just even some utilities that don't need shipping access, just because I feel like that's something that I've seen at real ports before. They'll sort of group a bunch of industrial stuff and utilities together there. But yeah, so now I'm doing a bunch of leveling here because the slightest variation in terrain can really mess up these seawalls that I put in around the harbor. So yeah, I gotta make everything nice and flat. This asset I'm using for the power plant, it's a coal power plant, and the original creator of it, Engon, actually deleted it from his workshop. He deleted everything from the workshop, all of his City Skylines assets, and I have no clue why. But somebody actually re-uploaded it, quite a few of his things, including the power plant, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about somebody re-uploading it, obviously without his permission, but whatever, I'm using it for now. Alright, so I'm going to take a break from working on the harbor here, just because I feel like I kind of jumped the gun on it, possibly. Like, I feel like there's too much other stuff that has to come into place first before I can really, like, make good progress on the harbor. And I feel like that's why I was working really slowly on it, too, because I just had to keep thinking and, like, trying to figure out how this is actually going to work. And for example, like, I don't even know which direction the main spur of the rail line is going to come from. I don't know if it's going to come from out this way or if it's going to come from out this way. So I have to figure that out. And I wanted to redo this approach to the bridge, and that would mean that the harbor has a completely different area to work with also once I redo that. So I just don't think it's ready yet to be finished, so I'm going to leave it in this unfinished state for now. Actually, there are a few more buildings that I want to get laid out here, mainly the grain silos. I think I'm going to do those now, but that's going to be about it. And then maybe I'll work on a few buildings downtown, or I might wrap it up. You know, actually what I'm going to do now is redo the approach to this bridge, because that's something that really does have to be done now, because the positioning of this ramp is going to affect pretty much everything that I do down here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So I figured I should probably mention this now. There's not going to be another episode on this for a while. Not a super long time, maybe just like a little over a week. And the reason for that is because I actually have a second YouTube channel that I do with my friend called The Proper People. And basically the premise of it is that we explore abandoned buildings and film our adventures in them. And we're going to be leaving on a road trip soon for that channel to film some new videos. And it's only going to be about a week long, but yeah, I don't have any content on backlog for you guys for this channel. And when I get back from the road trip, the first stuff I'm going to be editing is videos for that channel. So no videos likely on this channel next week, but the week after that, I'll try and get like at least 2 videos up on this channel to make up for it. But yeah, sorry for the wait, but hopefully you guys will stick around. Right now I'm working on expanding the harbor to go under the bridge and actually continue past that, and I think that will really take it to the next level. It'll look so cool with just stuff going on underneath the bridge, industrial stuff, and we'll have even more ships going under there to get to the harbor on the other side, and yeah, it should be pretty cool. Yeah, I always love having interaction like that, and what I mean by interaction is just like pretty much just stuff going on top of each other, like a crossing of some kind, or I don't know, levels. That's a good way to say it. I like having different levels of stuff going on. It just generates a lot of interest. It makes the city interesting to explore and look at. So like here we'll have the harbor with the train and roads going underneath the bridge span with cars going on above it. And then, you know, downtown, another example of this would be the viaduct with the rail going over that and the roads going underneath it. And then that goes underneath the highway coming off the bridge. I don't know, I just love having that kind of interaction between the different transportation methods. Alright, so as you can see, I did quite a bit on the harbor over here, even though I said I wasn't going to do much more on it. And I think it's just because after I moved this road over here, I started to get a clearer picture of what I actually wanted to do. So here we have all the different areas of the harbor laid out. We got power over here, the intermodal shipping containers here. This is like concrete or any type of material, construction materials and stuff. I don't know what to think about the cranes right under the bridge like this. It feels unrealistic, but I don't know. Maybe something like that could exist in real life. I might just delete this crane and it'll look better, but for now I'm leaving it. Then we have some grain elevators. And finally, I don't know what this is going to be over here. Right now there's just some warehouses, but yeah, we got lots of different ports and you know, these things, cargo stations for the trains. So hopefully once this is all hooked up, we'll have ships coming in through here and trains, and it should be really cool. For now, I think I am done working on the harbor. But yeah, obviously this isn't detailed or anything. It's just getting the general layout out there. So right now, the major things on the to-do list for me are to fill in this area of this oil harbor, finish the detailing, or start even the detailing of this little industrial area over here, and then continue expanding the roads out in this part of the downtown and fill it in with some office buildings, and finally detail the new harbor over here. In the next episode we'll do one or two of those things, but yeah, that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.